If you suddenly find yourself needing to look for a job, here are 5 things that you can do right now. Companies are tightening their belts and the job market has become even more competitive, so it's definitely harder to stand out as a candidate today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 action steps that you can do to make yourself as visible and as attractive as possible to potential recruiters. Make sure you also stick around for the question of the day because I want to hear your thoughts. The first thing that you can do is to be super active and to be super helpful. Online industry groups are full of newbies, and newbies tend to be full of questions. So if you're somebody who is a little bit more experienced and somebody with knowledge to share, take the time to give some comments, leave some tips for these people. Giving free advice and free tips in industries where you're knowledgeable about is a great way to increase your visibility in that particular industry, as well as to build your positive reputation among the people there. And if there's someone there who's a recruiter or is looking for somebody to work for them or for their company, that is a great way for you to score an interview. This precise tactic was how I got into the whole marketing world. In 2012, I was giving out free tips and free advice to aspiring bloggers and writers on how they can write better reviews. There is some truth in the saying of the more you give, the more you're likely to get. The second thing that you can do is to make a showcase project. For industries or businesses with visual outputs, this is a great way to increase both your visibility and the great work that you're capable of doing. For example, if you're an art director, you can create comic strips based on trending topics and current events and use those as ways to attract potential recruiters who might be looking for an artist in their companies. If you're in industries like economics, accounting, or banking, you can also take the time to learn how to visualize some difficult to understand concepts and make it easy to understand for the layman. You can explain confusing topics like flattening the curve, or explaining more complex topics such as understanding a country's GDP or growth rates. It's often said that the mark of somebody who's really experienced or knowledgeable in a topic is the ability to simplify it for everybody else. If you have that, and if you can do that, I would suggest that you do so. The third thing that you can do is to upskill and reskill. If you're looking for a job in the same industry, this could be a perfect time for you to take a couple of hours off your day to upskill yourself in what you need to level up your game in the industry. Upskilling is all about taking what you know and pushing it to the next level so that you bring more value to the next company that you join. For example, if you're a copywriter for an ad agency, this is a great time for you to learn on-page SEO. Not only will you be able to write beautifully written content for your company, you can also create content that actually ranks on Google search. Reskilling is a little bit more challenging because this demands that you start from zero on a new topic or a new industry. However, this has a lot of benefits in the long run because you're learning something new and you're adding something new to your armory. For example, I've seen some community managers learn photography as well as video editing. This makes them a more well-rounded social media manager when looking for jobs. Not only are they able to communicate and engage with online communities, they can also create the content that adjusts to those communities. I'll be linking in the video description below some of my favorite places to go to when I'm looking to upskill as well as reskill myself. And for the question of the day, I want to know from you, what new skill are you planning to learn or have you learned this year? Let me know and drop a comment below. Number 4 is to tap into your online network. One of the more positive things that I've seen happening during this challenging time is that people seem to be a bit more kinder and a little bit more helpful towards others. Ask and you shall receive after all, right? So you won't get any opportunities if you're just sitting at home and watching TV all day. You do have to go and reach out to people and ask if there are opportunities available for you. In a previous video, I discussed about how a lot of job openings are not actually posted by companies until it's a dire need. And by then you'd be competing with so many people. So my suggestion would be to reach out already to friends that you might think have leads for you and ask. Don't be afraid or shy as well to ask for referrals from friends. It never hurts to have several people backing you up. The final idea is a little bit left field, but I think if you can make it work, it could be unlocking a new door for you. Number 5 is to make privilege work for you. If you're lucky and fortunate enough to have a safety net, and by that I mean, you still live with your parents, you don't have that many bills to pay, and you don't have a family to support, I would suggest that you could use this time and use your savings perhaps to make one of your side hustles your main thing. You probably have the time and the capital for it, so this is a great time to explore being an entrepreneur. You'll never know until you try, and because of that safety net of yours, you can actually take this risk. It could turn out to be more financially rewarding than your current day job, and because you likely already love doing this side hustle of yours, you could also be a bit more fulfilled doing it. What other tips do you think job hunters should know of? Let me know in the comments. Remember to answer the question of the day. What new skill are you going to learn this year, or what new skill have you learned this year? Let me know. Drop a comment below. If you found this video useful or helpful, share it with a friend. And of course, don't forget to hit like and please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jason and I hope that you're better today.